Hey, what's up guys? So you know's best here. This is the Huawei Mate 10 Pro. It's a phone that a lot of people, especially here in the United States, may not have heard of, but Huawei did sponsor this video because they want me to show you what this phone is all about. And all the thoughts and opinions are my own, but they did sponsor the video to kind of get the word out about this phone. So I'm gonna try my best to do that in this video. Now, kicking things off, let's take a look at the design of the phone. And Huawei decided to go with a glass back, which is gonna allow it to have a premium look and feel to it. It may be a little bit slippery to some, and it's also gonna be attracting a lot of fingerprints like crazy, like all glass back phones do. But I do like the look of it, and especially they went with a two-tone color design towards the top of the back of the phone. So instead of just having one solid color, that kind of breaks it up a little bit. And speaking of colors, it's going to be coming in midnight blue and titanium gray for the US launch. So you have a couple color options there. But overall, I like the fact that this phone is pretty thin, and if you do put a case on it, it's still not going to be taking up too much space in your pockets. And moving on to talk about some of the hardware specs, this phone is rocking their Kirin 970 processor. This is their own custom processor. So it's octa-core, and it has their neural processing unit, their NPU inside of it. So this is a processor that's really going to be focused on AI. And you may not see a big jump or change with it right out the gate, but I think as developers start to use it more, and Huawei with their own special services and applications start to take advantage of it, it is going to be a pretty speedy processor to get you throughout your day, but also to help you with very intensive applications. In addition to the processor, this phone does have 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Now, speaking of storage, this phone does not have any room for expandable storage, nor does it have a headphone jack, and nor does it have wireless charging. So those three things I wish that Huawei did put in this phone, because that would be huge, because a lot of people are starting to really want these features that are starting to disappear from all the other top smartphones on the market. So in the next phone, I would like to see at least 2 of those features be put inside of it. But one feature that this phone does have that a lot of other phones in the market does not have, and that is the 4,000 milliamp battery that's inside of this bad boy. So this is one of the first times that I can actually say that I got true 2-day use out of my phone without having to put it on a charger. And this is for just regular normal use of my phone, checking social media, emails, phone calls, texts, and also, you know, taking pictures and videos here and there. Not really playing a lot of games and stuff like that, but just using my phone like I do on a normal day. I was able to get up until around like 6:30 to 7 p.m. of the second day before I felt that I needed to put it on the charger just in case I went out that night. And so the battery life on this phone is a huge plus. Now, this phone also does have a fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone right there in the middle, so it's very conveniently placed, so it's going to be easy to hit every single time. And I really do like the cameras on this phone. And this phone does have a dual camera setup on the back. One of those cameras is 20 megapixels and the other is 12 megapixels, and they're working in unison together. And I do like the fact that it does have optical image stabilization and also laser and depth autofocus with dual LED flash. And basically this camera does perform very well in all different types of lighting situations. I found that my pictures and videos normally turned out very good. And I also like the fact that the software has one of the best manual modes, so you can really take full control of the content that you're trying to capture. And then it does have a lot of different presets for food and stuff like that. But the camera does a really good job at recognizing what you're trying to take a picture of and automatically adjust that setting for it. So I was trying to take a picture of this burger from Shake Shack, and it already recognized that this was food, and it kind of adjusts the settings that will give me the best picture of my burger here. So I do like the software and the hardware with the camera. It does a really good job. And even most of my portrait mode shots turned out pretty well, and I like the fact that you can adjust the background blur after the fact after you take the picture. So overall, I'm very satisfied with the cameras. Now moving on, the display is a 6-inch OLED display with a resolution of 2160 by 1080, and it's what Huawei calls their full view display. So it does have an 18:9 ratio. So this means that this display is going to be great for playing back video and also playing games that are optimized for the full screen mode. So you really can feel like you're just holding one big display in your hand, consuming whatever content you are using at the time. And so I really like the colors on the display and also just the screen real estate that you do have. So if you want to use their split screen mode, you have plenty of room to run 2 applications side by side. Now, speaking of applications and just software in general, this phone is running on top of Android 8.0, which a lot of phones aren't these days. And so Huawei does have their own personal skin running on top of Android 8.0, and it gives you a lot of different flexibilities with customizations for your wallpapers, your home screen, to a lot of different things you can do with this phone, including knocking your knuckles on it to activate screen recording recording, a bunch of different things you can customize on it you have with this software. So it can sometimes get a little bit jumbled up, and it sometimes can take a little while to kind of figure out what things do, especially if you're not used to this personal skin. But overall, it's good to have a lot of different options you can do with it. They need to tighten it just a little bit when it comes to things like settings and stuff like that. But overall, I do like the fact that it's at least running on top of Android 8.0. So for a security standpoint and just having the latest features, this definitely is ahead of the curve with other phones. And so with that last bit, this is the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, a very solid all-around phone just from my brief time of using it. Now, Huawei, again, is looking to make a splash with this phone in the American market, and most people in America probably don't know how to say the name properly, so they actually are putting in money to show you how to say the name, just Huawei, just basic, simple as that. But I think the Mate 10 Pro is a very good introductory phone to people here who are looking for, again, another alternative for a phone. Android 8.0, very solid design, really good cameras, great display, and interesting software that is very customizable. And so this phone's going to go up for pre-orders on February the 4th, and it'll be officially launching on February 18th. And you'll be able to get it from most stores like Best Buy, Amazon, all those different normal electronic places. Also, they do have a promotion going on, so if you do pre-order the phone between February 4th and the 17th, you'll be able to get a $150 gift card from that particular store that you do pre-order from, which is a pretty good deal for a $799 phone. So anyway, guys, leave your comment down below what you think about this Huawei Mate 10 Pro. I almost said it wrong right there. What you think about this Huawei Mate 10 Pro. And also, too, be sure to check out all my social media links, and also be sure to subscribe to me here on YouTube so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And like always, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.